Hello everyone and welcome back. Solid State SR71 here, bringing you guys some gameplay of The Witcher 2. This game just got released last week on Tuesday for the Xbox 360 and it's been out on the PC for a little while. This game is pretty much an enhanced version of the original game, so you got the original game and then you got an extra, I think, what is this, about 6 hours of extra content, and it's actually available on the Xbox, which previously was not a thing. So I'm going to talk about the Xbox version and my first impressions, my thoughts about the Xbox version in this video, and I am going to be drawing some comparisons over to the PC version because that's where I spent most of my time playing The Witcher 2. I'm about three and a half hours into The Witcher 2 on the Xbox, and on PC I'm about 15 to 20 hours. So what you got here is, in case you're not familiar with The Witcher 2, The Witcher 2 is a third-person action-adventure RPG kind of game set in, like, medieval times. There's no guns, there's a lot of, bow and arrow, sword, and then there's magic, of course, which plays an integral part in the game. So let's talk about the story real quick. This is not going to have any spoilers, so it's going to be a short little synopsis. Basically, you're Geralt, he's a witcher. They're kind of mutants, mutated humans, slightly. There was experiments on children with the witches, and anyway, witchers are witchers. Basically, they're known as monster slayers. They kill big creatures. They bring peace to people, I guess. And you just finished. This takes off just after the original Witcher left off, and you're moving into Temeria, and in that area, something really bad happens at the beginning of the game, and for the first little bit, you're playing as a flashback. You're being chained up against the wall, and you're basically being interrogated, and that's where you find out about dragons, and you find out about some really bad things that happened, and it basically set up the entire story. So the story is you playing as Geralt trying to clear his name, and that's that. So let's move on to the gameplay. Let's save the gameplay. Let's go into the graphics real quick. I want to talk about the graphics really badly because the Xbox version is very subpar in this area. I'm not gonna lie, when I played The Witcher 2 on the PC, the first half hour, I was just blown away by the graphics. I was sitting there watching the game and just being impressed at every turn as far as the graphics are concerned. The lighting, the texture work, the environments, the colors, just everything looked so great. And the Xbox, unfortunately, seeing as it's not as powerful as a modern day PC, a lot of these effects are gone. The lighting effects are much, much less wow. And a lot of the texture models look, decent, and the environments look a little bit pixelated, and the animations don't look as good, and there's a lot of problems with the graphics. In my opinion, it's still a darn good looking game, but when you played the PC version as much as I have, and you can't help but draw comparisons between the graphics on the PC and the graphics on the Xbox, because they don't do a very good job of hiding what they took out of it. Anyways, that being said, like I said, this is definitely a top-tier looking game. This is a top-tier graphic game, and it looks good. It just does not look as good as the PC version. So if you play the PC version, you may be severely disappointed when you pop this one in. On top of that, you got the sound. The sound is just as good as on the PC version. It's got some great background music and some great voice acting all the way through. Although, something that I noticed on the Xbox version is that you might have to turn down the voice actor audio just a little bit, because for some reason, they're really, overly loud. So, you'll be playing, the sound will sound okay until somebody opens their mouth, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, stop talking, you're gonna burst my eardrums. But, that's a thing. The voice acting, very well done. Next is the gameplay. Gameplay is what's important, right? The gameplay is great. I mean, this game, even on the Xbox, is very well handled as far as accessibility as far as like being able to access all the things that you need to use. The controller is mapped properly so that you can do things quickly. Because if you don't know about The Witcher 2, it's not really a hack and slash game. It's more of like you got to think of what you're doing before you do it, because there's a lot of different aspects that you have to take into account. There's a lot of different gameplay there's a lot of different gameplay mechanisms that are in play here. You have oils that you can stick onto your sword. There's sword upgrades that you can get, which will increase the damage on your sword. And the oils is what's important, because it will increase up to about 20 to, I don't know, 20+% damage on a specific type of enemy. So if you're going to go into a battle with a whole bunch of a certain type of enemy, you may want to coat your sword with one of those kind of oils. But the thing is that it only lasts for 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. So you got to really plan out what you're doing, and you constantly have to be drinking potions, and you constantly have to be, like keeping an eye on your your inventory, keeping an eye on knocking back potions, and that's what this game is about. And the hack and slash aspect is, you have two different buttons that you can attack with. You got the strong attacks, you got the light attacks. The strong attacks would be the sort of like slow, heavy damage dealing attacks. Then the light attacks are the really, really quick, quick hack and slash attacks. And you can mix them up to make different combos. The combo system isn't overly huge, but you also have a magic button that'll cast magic spells. You have one equipped, but you can access it like a quick wheel that you can sort of choose what you want to do. And traps and items that you can throw are also equally as important as anything else in this game, because you can slow your enemies, you can stun your enemies, you can deal lots of damage with those items. And all of that's crafted through the alchemy system, which seems kind of crazy, but it actually kind of works out. You get ingredients over the course of the game, whether it be through quests or whether it be through finding them on the floor. Well, that doesn't usually happen. Or you can buy them from stores. And basically what it'll say is you can mix a whole bunch of things together and make a potion, or make an oil, or make whatever. And that's kind of how that works. You collect all the different ingredients, and the ingredients are scattered throughout the world. And you can click the left thumbstick in to show all of the ingredients in the nearby area. They glow orange. It all works really well, and the gameplay works really well, and there's some great boss battles, and there's a consequence for every one of your actions. So this game is very based on a mature story, and it's very based on you developing your character and making good decisions, and every decision that you make has a consequence. So if you decide to be good, you could be good, but there's no moral meter. It just happens the way it happens, and the game changes accordingly. So overall, my thoughts are, this game is fantastic. This game is definitely a game that's worth checking out. I stand by what I thought about it when I bought it for the PC. This is definitely one of the best RPGs that money can buy. If you have not played this game, and you have an Xbox, or you've been waiting to buy an Xbox-like version of the game, buy it. It is great. If you have a PC that is capable of doing it, and you want to play it on PC, or if you think that you might want to play it on Xbox because it might be easier with the controller, stick to the PC. You won't regret the extra graphic juice and the extra whatever. It's better on PC. But if PC is not an option for you, for whatever reason, the Xbox version is very good, and it definitely holds its own. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys didn't know, I have been gone for a little while. I was on vacation last week, and as for Vita footage, I want to talk about Vita footage really quick. I don't have any planned. I still think I have to do Unit 13 and FIFA. I don't know if they're too old. If you want to see either of those, please let me know in the comment section below, so that I know whether or not I should do it. Because I have them still, believe it or not. I'm definitely going to be doing Mortal Kombat, so when that comes out in 2 weeks or a week and a half, I'm going to go ahead and pick that up, and I'm going to do some footage of that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. I get all giddy when I get subscribers, and I'm Getting close to 600. It's making me happy. Oh my god, this is long. And comment if you could. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know what you want to see. And like the video if you didn't. It would make me happy. Dislike it if you didn't like it, though. Alright, and I will see you guys later.